What's up, everybody? My name is Malik Sims, and this is my story. Before Jesus, my life was shaped by instability, poverty, and rejection. I grew up with my single mother and my 3 siblings, and although we were never technically homeless, we were always bouncing from place to place, shelters, motels, my aunt's house, the projects, one of my mom's friends, and our own places that never lasted long because the lights or water would get cut off. The place we stayed the most consistently was my granny's 2-bedroom house, but even that came with challenges. My grandparents were hoarders, so there was hardly any space. Me, my mom, and my siblings slept together in the living room. Roaches filled the house so heavily we had to wear shoes inside, cover every open drink with something, usually a clean sock, and keep bread in the fridge because they would chew through plastic. When I got ready for school, I had to dump out my book bags and make sure no roaches were coming with me. There was so much chaos in every direction that even staying in motels where drug addicts and homeless slept outside felt like mini vacations. All of this shaped how I saw myself. When the world around you feels dirty, broken, and unwanted, you start believing you must be too. I felt worthless. I felt like I didn't matter. By high school, I honestly believed that if I died, the only person who would care was my mom. I carried trauma from my childhood, memories of my parents fighting with police involvement, hearing my mom screaming while being hung out of a window and feeling powerless with the door locked. And even though my dad had partial custody at one point, nothing in his actions ever made me feel wanted. My whole life felt like survival with no purpose. That was life before Jesus. I met Jesus when I started going to church in Cartersville with my aunt. I didn't expect anything different from what I grew up knowing, but I found there was real love. People with stories like mine had joy and hope that I couldn't explain. They treated me like family. The pastor and his wife called me son, and for the first time I felt accepted in a healthy way. During a church retreat type event, I prayed sincerely to Jesus, like really from my heart, and he responded instantly. I felt the presence of God for the first time in my life, and everything changed. Nothing about my circumstance changed at first. Same house, same poverty, same instability, but I had Jesus now, and with him, nothing is the same. Before Christ, I used to go on the back porch and scream because I didn't know what else to do. After I found Jesus, that scream turned into joy. My external situation took time to change, but the highlight of my story isn't that I eventually got out, it's that Christ came in. Life with Jesus means hope, not a distant hope, not a maybe one day hope, but a real, tangible hope. My value no longer comes from what I own or what I wear, where I stay. Jesus taught me that value comes from the Creator. And he says I'm loved, he says I'm chosen, and he says I'm worth rescuing. Recently, God showed me I still had bitterness toward my mom because of how we grew up. And he convicted me with one simple question. Do you regret the past that led you to me? I broke down crying. Because how could I regret the road that brought me to Christ? Jesus rescued me. Jesus rescued me. And the truth is, we all need rescuing. My story is dramatic, so it's easy to see I needed saving. But everyone is drowning in sin and in darkness of this world. Some people can hold their breath longer than others, but eventually we all run out of air. I'm just grateful God reached me when he did. Jesus didn't just change my life, he became my life, and that made everything worth it. Thank y'all.